level is dumb high, alright? I'm not trying to brag. My IQ level's 189. That is a very high IQ, okay?
Hello everybody on YouTube, it's boy, the Memphis XL, alright, welcoming you back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Cabin Fever, the show where you and I are locked in a log cabin together for the whole month of January, playing card games together and slowly losing our minds. Today, everybody, is day 19, technically, of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cabin Fever, and we're taking a look at a Tech Genius deck. Never actually tried these before, so it's going to be an interesting day. We got ourselves our Tech Geniuses. We're going to be synchro climbing and all that good stuff, showing off the combos and the wombos, the what do's and the what not do's, and have ourselves a good old time just trying to climb up into big old synchro boys and showing off what these guys can do. So, big shout out to our guy Levi Stories over on the Discord who built this deck for us to enjoy today. So, we're going to be going off into EDO Pro today, that Wild West Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I still kind of like that better than MD Pro. I swear we'll do more MD Pro. We will, but today's going to be EDO Pro. And we're going to have ourselves our Tech Geniuses. If you want to know the whole deck list, it's going to be at the end as always. For now, we're going to be heading off into it. We're going to show off this deck, show you how it works, and we'll have ourselves a good old time. So don't forget to hit all the good buttons below. Help out the channel. Without another word, let's get right into the action. Alright, everybody, it's time for our first opponent of the day and another card game. You do like to go first in this deck. It's very much a going first sort of thing. An opening hand is pretty good. I will say I did have to write down some of this combo because it does get very complicated in TGs, but I'm going to try to remember as much as I can off the top of my head. I will say, very important dude to start off with is this guy. Good old Rocket Salamander. You tribute him off, summon another TG from the deck. You want to go for the Screw Serpent, because when he gets summoned out, you can bring back a dude. And I could summon out the Warwolf, and I might as well. I can think of good reasons to bring out the Warwolf. Why the heck not? We'll use him in a minute, though. For now, we're going to start with our first Synchro, which is this dude. Good old Over Dragnair. He's really, really powerful, because when he's Synchro summoned, you can revive all the TGs you want from the GY. So, with that all being said, we're going to go ahead into our Link monster, which is this. TG Trident Launch. We're going to use Screw Serpent, Dragnair, and our Wolf. We'll leave this dude alone. Make sure the zones that this guy points to are free. Otherwise, you will ruin the whole thing. Alright, so Trident Launcher's effect is going to bring out 3 monsters. One from the hand, or one from the grave, one from the deck, one from the hand. We're going to go ahead and get Dragnair. We're going to get another Salamander dude, even though we already have one, and 1 Tank Grub. Bring out these 3 dudes. So, we're also going to activate the effect of Salamander, because he can also just revive a dude from the grave. He's really good in TGs. Excellent in TGs. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead. We're going to make, where is he? Striker, there he is. We're going to use Tank Grub, and we're going to use our Salamander. And we're going to bring out this guy, Mighty Striker. Mighty Striker searches out one of our spell traps when he's summoned out. And do I need the token right this hot second? I don't think I do. I could just for some added defense, I suppose, just in case. Alright, well, we'll go ahead, and that'll also block Ash Blossom and the like. I'm going to get TG Close, which can negate a spell trap or a monster effect while I have a machine dude on the board. So, we're going to go ahead into another non-tuner, because we have a tuner, and we have non-tuners, but we need more than that. We need Librarian. Good to start, but also good to finish here, because we're going to make this guy, TG Glaive Buster, which is one of our most powerful monsters. In fact, he pretty much is our most powerful monster. But yeah, we're going to get him on the board. And Mighty Striker left the board. And we're not going to use the effect of Glaive Buster at the moment. That would be neat, but we don't need to do that. We're just going to send a random dude to the graveyard, which doesn't matter too terribly much, but might matter in the future. So we'll just send anybody. Doesn't really matter. We'll go ahead and set a couple of cards face down and see where this is going to go from here. Alright, so this is one of those combos that we have ourselves into. We got ourselves our Grave Buster. Nice and sitting pretty in defense mode. And he can't be targeted thanks to my launcher. Most importantly, Glaive Buster has this really powerful ability. If my opponent summons something from the extra deck, I can banish that monster and then steal it. I can just bring it back to my side of the field. Because if a monster gets banished faced up, I can target one of them and summon it to my field. I mean, it's a once per turn on that part, so I only get to steal one monster at a time. Otherwise, this card would be broken. But we have him on the board, and we're up against Pacifis, so that's an interesting affair. That is an interesting one. I mean, again, he can't get rid of Glaive Buster. I don't think I really want you to have Lordly Load, so I'm gonna close the door on that one. I'm gonna close the door on that one. Yeah, Pacifis will go off. He will get stuff. Let's see. This will be an interesting affair. It will be quite the interesting one, because he gets a what was he? Blah, 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 blah. Normal special summon. Opponent activates a card. Yeah, because I counter-trapped him, he's going to get a Phantasm Spiral Trap. Which is pretty nasty, because those Phantasm Spiral Traps are pretty busted. But so long as I have my Trident Launcher, he can't do anything about Glaive Buster. So we would have to get over Launcher first. So with any luck, he can't do that, but we'll find out in a hot second. I say he has the Spiral Power. Yeah. He can do that thing. Let's see. No. No. Alright. I really just need to live a turn. That's the most important thing. If I can just keep I mean, if Salamander's probably going to die, but if he doesn't die, that'd be really good. Because then I can use Glaive Buster. I can banish my own dudes if I need to. Let's see. Yeah, he's going to get rid of my Trident Launcher, as I suspected he would. Which is not great, because now he's going to pop my Glaive Buster. Alright, hold on, let me think about this. Let's see. Gosh darn it, there's not much I can do about that. Oh yeah, Metal Skeleton. I can just banish Skeleton. See, I knew there was a reason I sent that guy to the graveyard. Is to keep my boy on the board. And you know what, why not? Glaive Buster will just revive the Skeleton. I want to reuse this thing as much as I can. That'll work just fine by me. Alright, come back, Skeleton. You see, I'm still learning these things a little bit. I won't deny that. I won't deny it. But we're good and sitting pretty. I could limit removal, but that'll destroy Glaive Buster. That wouldn't be a great idea. But because something got destroyed, I can summon out another Metal Skeleton. How? I am on the board. Alright, Mr. Pacifis. Now what are you going to do? You've already used your traps. And I've stopped your Lordly Load. Although you have more trap cards. But I expected as much, pretty much. Alright, all's good in the hood. What do we got? Ooh, hello. Hello there. Very nice and spiffy. Let's go ahead and use Salamander. Attempt to revive the Screw. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how that's gonna go. Sadly, I only have the one option for a tuner at the moment, which is not great. But it's better than having a whole bunch of nothings. Actually, I could just get rid of Salamander for another Synchro. Okay. Ooh, 2. Hold on. 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, hello. Hello there. Why the heck not? I summon that Stardust Dragon. Hello. And then, let me think about this. Let's see. I need another monster. So, we're going to use Rocket Salamander's effect. Ditch him. We should be pretty good. I mean, he can't pop me no more because I got Stardust Boy. I get so much protection from being blown up. Let's put it that way. I got all the protection in the world. So, wait. I can just banish my skeleton dude, right? Hold on. Let me double check how this thing works. No, I don't have to do anything. I can literally just leave that there. Okay. He will get a token, I believe, though. That is a thing. But it's whatever. I want this guy. TG Striker. The original play starter boy. And, let's see, 2, 5, 7. I wish I had a level 7, but I don't. A 7 would have been nice, but I don't got that. But it's all good in the hood. So, let's go bring back the TG Warwolf. And we should be okay. I mean, barring this being Storming Mirror Force, which would be awful, this ought to be just fine. Yeah, he gets a token, and yeah, he's going to get back something. He's gonna get some kind of trap card. As you do. Hey, hey, boo boo. What are you going to search? You gonna get the thing that negates stuff or the thing that blows up stuff? I would assume he's gonna get the thing that negates things, but I'm very mistaken on that respect. Okay. So let me double check my number. 300. Let's see. I suppose blowing up his field spell would probably be a great idea. Although I really... I don't have the right levels to make Shooting Star Boy. If this was level 1, I could, but I can't. Who can I summon just straight up right now? I could summon Dragonair. That is true. I could summon Dragonair to get you... Let's see. But I can only summon... Oh, yeah, I'm locked to TGs. Oh, wait. I'm playing nothing but TGs for the most part. So, yeah, let's go for Dragonair. And I'll evolve him into a Dragonite. And then I'll give him a Mega Stone. Actually, let's not give him the Mega Stone. Anyway, so... Oh, man, what do I... Oh, boy, I could do big things. I'm very tempted to do big things. Yeah, when one must do big things, one does them. Bigly. So that's what we're going to do. I really wish I had my... I really wish I had a Soul Mode activate right now. Because we're going to go for this guy, TG Halberd Cannon. He negates summons. He's also really big. And then Mighty Striker, yeah, we'll do his thing again. Let's just send more skeletons to the graveyard. I usually keep my skeletons in the closet, but instead I'm going to keep them in the graveyard. Alright, what do we got here? You got the trap, that's true. That's true, he does have that. He does have that thing. But that's okay. Do I have another metal skeleton, or did I use them all? No, I did use them all. That's fine. It doesn't matter too much. Alrighty. I defy your mirror forces, sir. Also, I'm almost out of time anyway. So, let's attack with everything we've got and see where it's going to go. We shall see. Yeah, if I play this in the, Oh. Alright. Touche, sir. Touche. Alright, well, that's not necessarily great. Let's see here. You ditched one card, you say. Okay. You're negating one dude. Start. Oh, right. You're gonna try and, like... Wait. Yeah, you have the thing that pops me or whatever, right? I don't even care. I'm attacking you anyway. Because I still have limiter removal, so even if he does do something, we're okay in that respect. Alright. Well, you're doing that. I'm going to activate Glaive Buster's effect to banish Starboy. Let's see. No. Because thankfully, TG Close does activate if something gets banished. So I can just straight up get it back. That way, I can negate everything else my opponent does. And then attack with this. And then try to end my turn as quick as humanly possible. Because I'm out of time. Alright, but we're good. There is literally nothing he can draw and do right now that will work. We've got game right here. Okay, if you summon Megalamash, we can at least do damage. But that's like it. Because I got TG Close. Okay, he is gonna... Oh, wait, no, we can bring back Anubis. I forgot about Anubis. Or rather, I did. Anyway, TG Halberd Cannon. Let's just get him off the board. We're just negating your summons. We're just gonna negate your summons and stuff, sure. Pacifis. I should have blown it up when I had the chance. That was a mistake on my part. I should have blown that up when I had a chance. But I still have TG Close, so we're still good. I'm still good. I have my Machine Boy. I just can't negate, like, some of these cards for various reasons. But I still have a Machine Skeleton in the graveyard. I'm all good. But yeah, in hindsight, as much as it was really cool to summon out my boy, my good old Halberd Cannon, I really should have blown up the field spell. Because that's kind of a big thing for Pacifis. Anyway, so he will beat over mine Shadaton. As you do. As you do. But that's totally fine. I can live with this. That's fine. I want all the protection on the Halberd Cannon right now. We're good. We're A-okay. You're gonna try to blow up my... I see. Well, as they say, waste not, want not. So I guess I'll just negate that, and we'll see where this is going to go. So he's probably got the thing that will weaken my monster, but that's totally fine. I have limit removal this whole time, therefore I don't really care. Not especially. So we're going to summon out this guy, Rush Rhino. When he attacks, he gets 400 extra attack points. That's pretty good. And let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I just have to play this in damage calculation. That's the most important thing. So, let's attack into the Spiral token using our Rushy Rhino. That's right. I'm going to get 400 points bigger. Therefore, I'm just as tough as you. And so, I have to save the skeleton as much as I don't want to lose my boy. But let's attack my opponent directly with the cannon. Wait for damage calculation. And do this. Limit removal, baby! There you go! Alrighty, a nice duel against Pacifis. Very nice. And you've got to see a lot of what this deck is trying to do. We're just trying to put dudes on the board, make big Synchro boys. We got both of our halberds on the board, except for like the assault mode guy, so I guess we still got to try and get that out on the board. But we got a lot of what we want to do in this deck out of the way. So now we can focus on some of the sillier things, which is like shooting Star Dragon. That'd be cool. So let's go ahead for duel number 2. Show him more what this baby can do. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Let's see what we get for a hand here. Alright, that's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. I would have loved a grub, but I can still make this work fairly well. Let's see what we're going to get to our hand here. Yeah, let's go for Werewolf. If I'm not certain I can go into Halberd Cannon, I'll just go for a Wolf, because that guarantees I at least get something going for me. So we'll use our boy, the Rocket Salamander. Again, pretty much the most important TG monster. He just starts up everything, basically. You know? He was the one bit of support that these boys got, and lordy, that's bad. Alright, shoot dang. Imperm hurts us a lot. That's not good. I don't get my dude, and I can't summon nobody else, so I'm just gonna have to hope for the best. Because at least I have a Screw Serpent in my hand. So, barring getting overwhelmed by whatever this is, which this is modern Yu-Gi-Oh! And that can very, very well happen, I will be able to at least do something. Because Warwolf will get me a TG monster from my deck to my hand when he gets destroyed in the end phase. So that's good. We're up against Sky Strikers. Aww. Why couldn't I have fought against these when I was playing the Whitehorn Dragon deck? Let me tell you, that would have been cool. Regardless, we'll see how this is going to go. Oh, you're beating over a Screw Serpent. Oh, you monster. Coward. You should have attacked my Werewolf. Why couldn't you do that, huh? Huh? Anyway. So, yeah, Hayate is going to ditch Engage, more likely than not. Or Ray, okay. So he probably already has Engage, or Linkage, or any number of other things. Because Sky Striker is one of them archetypes that gets a lot of support. Not much as like Red Dragon Arc Fiend, mind you, but they do get a lot of stuff. Because, yeah, 0 is going to get him that Engage. Yep. And he can tribute this thing off to get out 2 more Sky Strikers. I don't know if he can OTK. I'm assuming he couldn't. That's why he didn't decide to. Hornet, interesting. Okay, what are you going into? This guy is being adventurous. Or just going for Shizuku. Shizuku and... Okay, but he has 0, so that is important. That is important. He has that. Because he can use that to, like, literally just pop whatever I do. Okay. Fun to hear. Alright, let's go ahead and grab... Tank Grub. Tank Grub. Tank Grub. I want Tank Grub. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, not terrible. Make this work. Let's special summon our boy TG Striker. We'll spook him. Got my TG Striker. And we're going to normal summon our TG Screw Serpent. And use its effect. Bring back the Salamander. Washamba. Alright, having done all that, let's go ahead and make our Dragonair. As we always do. And that will allow me to do some snarky stuff. Because now I can revive, I can revive all of these. I can revive everybody, that's the thing. I'm not limited to just the things I use for Synchro material. No. You can literally revive all the TGs in the graveyard that you want. Alright, and you're going to go for 8th, yep, 0, trying to blow up Dragon there, which is a little annoying, but not too terribly so. It could be a lot worse, let me put it that way. Actually, I can survive Dragon there! Ah, you absolute dingus! You fool! You foolish foppish foop-fop! You made it worse for yourself! Ah, that is just funny. That is hilarious. Alright, so, boop. No, wait, hold on. Wrong tuner monster. We want TG Striker and Warwolf. So I'm going to make TG Hyper Librarian. Hell yeah. And then we're going to use Rocket Salamander Man. Oh, I thought I was going to get to revive somebody. My bad. That's not a problem or anything. Oh, I definitely should have gone a different route there. Hey, it doesn't matter too much. I don't think it matters too terribly much. Let's see. I got the Drillfish, which would be an interesting number. We got... I need a non-tuner for certain. Burp-a-dip-a-dur. Let's see. It's got to be a level 1, though, because that's all the important thing. So I guess I'll just get a Booster Raptor. Why not? I was really hoping to go for something different, but that's just on my fault. I was thinking, I forgot the root... no. I'm surprised I wasn't able to do Salamander. I must have done something wrong there. Not a big deal. Not a huge deal, I don't think. Let me think about this. Okay. So if I use 3 monsters, yes. So let's go ahead. Boop, boop, and boop. Bring out our launcher. Activate launcher's ability. And bring back 3 of them boys. And he does have the effect to bring out a dude during my turn. I really don't care at the moment. Because I need from the... Okay, 5... From the hand, I need my grub. From the deck, another salamander. Here we go. Can I use this now? So we'll find out in a hot second. Because he can still... Okay, now I can bring back a dude. Alright. I'm just going to bring back Screw Serpent because there's not really a reason to do it. I'm just going to do it. Just in case. Because we're also going to summon at our boy, the Mighty Strikey. Oh. Get to draw a card, get to search a card. And what is activating in my... Oh, yeah, I got a token. Why not? Let's get a token. I got a tuner. Why not? I see no reason not to do this. We'll go ahead and get our TG close. Very good. Draw another card. And let us Synchro Shotgun into our Glaive Buster. Heyo. So now I got Glaive Buster. Mighty Striker will get me back a card. And you're going to do that. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to banish your Suzuku. And it will become my Shizuku. That's right. Now, he's probably going to summon Kana. Yeah, I knew it. Alright, he's summoning out Kana. How much time do I have? Not much. Okay. Send to the grave. Metal Skeleton. Very good. Oh, yeah, he can't target my Glaive Buster. That's right. Ha! Can't target my boy. No, you can't. No, you may not. You may not do this thing. Alright. In that respect, we should be good. Let's see here. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, Ray's going to activate his course. Let's wait for that one. Because clearly that dodge is timing. Yep, that's fine by me. So let's Synchro one more time into... Power Gladiator, because he has piercing damage. That is legitimately the only reason why. So we'll get all that set up. I have no more summons. I'm going to go ahead and steal Kana because I can. Or I can't. Whatever. Doesn't really matter too much. Anyway, let's attack into everything and do some damage. And then we'll attack into your Ray. Who I assume you will do nothing with. Okay, cool. Alright! Very good. So not quite the way I was expecting that to all go down, but it all went down. And the cool thing about all this, he cannot target my boy. Let's see. I could negate it, but I feel like that's a waste. Let's hold off a hot second. Let's see here. Do I want to stop that? I think we're still okay. Possibly, maybe. We'll find out. Okay, he will summon out Kagari, as you do. And he's going to search out a card. But again, he can't target me. So he can't use things like... what was I thinking? He can't use the Widow Anchor. That's a big one. He can't use Afterburner. I mean, he can use it on Trident Launcher. That's true. But I have the Metal Skeleton set up, so we're good in that respect. He does have Lemma's Gate, which is not good, because that can bounce my cards. I'm not big on that one. But let's go ahead and just banish. Let's just keep banishing my opponent's entire extra deck, pretty much. Pretty much, that's the plan. At the moment, my plan is just banish your whole extra deck, one card at a time. Yeah, you can keep bringing your stuff back and keep link summoning and who's a what's a wits a what's it, but I really don't care. Not especially. That could be a problem. We'll see what he draws into. I'd rather stop the Lemnis Gate, honestly, but... well, time will tell. How many spells do you have in the grave, actually? Get another Engage. Uh-huh. So I'll have to link off first to use it. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I have enough, like, stoppage to stop all the stuff that these things do. I don't think I do, but I'm going to keep trying to. I'm just going to keep trying to. You know? That's what I do. I'm going to keep trying. That's what you have to do sometimes. So yeah, I'm just going to keep I'm just going to keep hitting all of his, you know, even if I don't come out on top in this one, it's funny as hell. We're just one card at a time banishing this dude's entire extra deck. I'm sure he's not too happy about that. Can't be. I wouldn't be that happy about that. Alright, so engage once more, getting another card of the Sky Striking variety. Uh-huh. I imagine at this point you're probably going to get to draw cards, I think. Yes, you do. You have enough spells now. But the Widow Anchor isn't half as dangerous to me because... oh, no. What is that destroy? Hold on, what's he destroying? We need to know first. That's fine. He picked the wrong thing to destroy. Because I have my Skeleton. And, yeah. Now, Glaive Buster, yes, bring back the skeleton, please. Please. We want him to live. Let my skeleton live! He's a good boy. And you know what? We're going to summon out Werewolf, too. I'm not afraid of you, little girl. I have the big bad wolf with a giant mechanical arm. Alright, so... actually, that analogy doesn't work. If I was playing up against Voiceless Voice, that would have made sense. But yeah. Okay, we got this guy again with the Engage. Got another Lemnis Gate, which thankfully he can only use once per turn. I think. How many of these do you have? Stop playing all these Engages. Stop it. It's illegal. Illegal, I tell you. Stop it. I don't need life points. Hey, so many spells. So many spells. So many spells. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a Sky Striker player play Magic Explosion. You'd think that that would be a tech card. You would think, with all the spells they play. But I have never seen anyone play it before. Yeah, never seen that before. But we're still... I still have TG Close, so that's good. I can recover TG Close by banishing, like, my Power Gladiator or what have you may. Let's see... shuffle back. Does he shuffle back and then I get to negate? We'll find out in a hot second. Sky Striker Monster, Sky Skyper, Sky Skypers. Skypers of the Sky. Alright, we'll see how this is going to... if he shuffles back and then I can negate, we're sitting good. Because again, I have TG Close. I care nothing for all your spell traps. And my opponent's time is up. Alright. They took too much... they didn't have the brain power that we got. So, my opponent, unfortunately, times out. But, again, I'm pretty sure we were okay. If I'm correct about the ruling, I'm pretty sure he has to shuffle things back, then do stuff. Yeah. No. Maybe he... no, I don't think that would have worked, but... let's see... yeah, you can only use once per turn, so... at the very least, I wasn't dead this turn. So, let's go ahead for one more duel today. really try to get out the halberd cannon. We'll see how it goes. Let's just go for one more and see if we can close up nice and pretty. Alrighty, everybody, it's time for the third opponent. The fighting third. Let's go all in. Come on. Can we go for it? Yes. Excellent. That's what I like to see. Alright, what do we have for an opening game? Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, let's see if we can make the halberd cannon. Come hell or high water. Our goal in this one, halberd cannon. That's the name of this one. So let's go ahead and use our assault beast. Make them think we're playing assault modes, which technically speaking we are, but that's not the name of the deck. And we'll activate our Orcria. Using all clear, we're going to pop our Gear Zombo. Sorry, buddy. I need other things. Kind of need other things if I want to make this combo work. I will say, it's strange to me. I've never tried TGs before today. It's like, they're actually pretty enjoyable. You know, there's nothing too... I mean, they're a little crazy, because you really got to remember, like, your numbers and your maths and stuff, and I'm not a mathematician by any standard, so it's an interesting affair. Let's see here. Yeah, bring back the dude. Right there. Do all that. Let's go ahead and bring out our Dragonair. Uh-huh. And we should be sitting fairly pretty. I mean, I haven't seen Imperm or anything yet, so that's good. Just bring back everybody. Alright, so Salamander, you go way over there. I want to make sure I do not use you as the wrong thing. We'll go ahead for our launcher. About Shamba. And keep going from there. So, launcher will get from the graveyard Dragonair. From our hand, our tank. So that'll lead to that. We're going to bring back that. So I need a level 1 non-tuner. So I'm going to get... Wait, let me double check my numbers on this one. 5. That'll make a 5. That'll make a... this is a tuner, right? Yeah, it's a tuner. Okay, this ought to work unless I completely... Like, it's such a numbers game with these things sometimes. You really got to know what you're doing. Alright. We'll use Rocket Salamander, bring back the Screwboy, and we'll see what this is all gonna. Let's see how this is all gonna end. All right, so Hyper Librarian, using. Let's see, I need the tuner and the non-tuner, so I'm gonna use the Drill Fish. Bring out the Librarian man. We're gonna bring out our Striker, like so. Very good. That'll give me my counter trap. It will be all set and pretty. And I could get a token, but I don't really need it. So I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to get another all clear just in case something happens to the one I have on the board. And draw myself another card. Very cool. We'll set a couple of the cards we have. And we're going to go ahead and make our boy TG Halberd Cannon. So come hell or high water, unless I get Kaiju'd, I'm going to be activating Assault Mode Activation. So Mighty Striker will do his thing after all this. We'll send a Skeleton to the graveyard. And we should be all good, yeah? Yeah. That works fine by me. That looks fine and dandy to me. You know, all I want to do is just go for Assault Mode. So, I'm going to hold off on playing this just yet. We'll work on it. We're working on it. We'll see what my opponent does first. No! Ah! Stinking bird! This is Hecka Hands all over again. Why do all my cool boards get wiped out by Super Poly? What are we even up against? What is this? Predaplants. That makes perfect sense. Gosh darn it, I should have just gone for the assault mode. My hubris has led to ruin. My hubris has led to this. I mean, I'm mad, but I can't be too mad today because, good lord, we've had a good one. We've summoned out all of our dudes. We've done all the cool stuff. I can't be mad. I can't be mad. But I'm upset because I was within a half a centimeter of using Assault Mode Activate. All I had to do was click, hey, would you like to play this card right now? Yes, I do. I do want to play the card right now. As it stands, I don't know if I don't even know if I'm going to live this turn. Because that does double damage. That's 3,000 right there. He's got Evil Corn and Instant Fusion. I don't know. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to skip ahead, everybody. If I live, we'll be back and we'll see if we can do something. If we can't do anything, we'll just go to the end screen. And if he's done and I can't do anything, I'll also go to the end screen. We'll see how it's gonna go. So hang tight. Let's see if the cards are still in my favor somewhere. Oh, TG Halberd Cannon. We were so close, you and I. Regardless, I hope everybody enjoyed seeing some TGs today. You know, I've not tried them before, but honestly, I have a lot more fun with these than playing like Synchron nowadays, with all overblown that is. Yeah, the TGs can go into some crazy comboing, but it's all pretty tame and chill, you know? It's very chill combo deck, you know? It's big, but it doesn't go, like, so hard that your opponent has, like, no hope of ever retaining their brain cells, having to watch your combos, you know what I mean? So, we got to do the TGs. We did a good chunk of what this deck wants to do. You know, we got into, like, Glaive Buster and Halberd Cannon. We didn't get to do a lot of, like, the Stardust things, like Shooting Star, or even going into Quasar Dragon, which, yeah, I guess we can go into Quasar Dragon, too. Although, for some reason, it never gave me the option, so I must have done... Oh, yeah, because I locked it at TGs. So, it can happen. It's just a little bit of a stretch there, but you can do it. But, you know, the TGs, I think, with the little bit of support they actually got over the years, they can still do some stuff. They can still do their combos, and the heck, they can still wombo. So, I hope everybody enjoyed seeing the TGs today. If you did, don't forget to hit up all the good buttons below. Help the channel keep a-growing. And tomorrow... we'll be taking... I gotta build the deck still. I gotta figure out something new to do with Thunderclap Skywolf. It's gonna be different somehow. But regardless, here's the deck profile for anyone who wants to take a look at some TGs. If you're new to TGs, it's a good deck to start learning it off of. So the main deck, we play one copy of TG Halberd Cannon, one copy of Assault Beast, one copy of the TG Rush Rhino, 3 of the all-important Screw Serpent, 1 copy of Jet Falcon, 3 Warwolf, 2 copies of Metal Skeleton, which could be 3, because it's just that cool. 3 copies of TG Striker, 3 copies of TG Rocket Salamander, very important. 3 copies of TG Gear Zombo, 2 copies Booster Raptor, 2 copies Drillfish, 3 copies of Tank Grub, 1 copy of Bonfire, we'd play more if it was legal, 3 copies of Limiter Removal, 3 copies of Auto Clear, 3 copies of Fire Formation Tenki, 1 Assault Mode Activate, and 1 TG Close. For the extra deck, we play the 1 Trident Launcher, 1 Recipro Dragonfly, 1 Mighty Striker, 1 Star Guardian, 1 Wonder Magician, 2 copies of Over Dragonair, 1 Power Gladiator, 1 Hyper Librarian, 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Shooting Star Dragon TGX, 1 Shooting Star Dragon, 1 Halberd Cannon, 1 Glaive Blaster, and finally, Shooting Quasar Dragon. As for the side deck, we have things like Satellite Warrior and Ascension Sky Dragon. If you just want some different synchros you can go into. You also have things like Reinforcement of the Army to go into, or Strikers as you do. And we have 3 copies of Fossil Dig if you want to be getting your TG Booster Raptor. A couple cards I threw in as side deck techs as well. If you want to recover some cards, just to recover some synchros to synchro summon later, especially if you want to recover Dragonair. Things like Pot of Avarice can work for you. You also have things like Limit Removal if you want to ditch that to the graveyard. Although, again, Metal Skeleton's probably better in that respect. And one other thing I did think of, which is not in this deck, but you could conceivably try it out, is like 1-for-1, considering Salamander's just that gosh darn important. So if you're not drawing into Salamander more, you can consider 1-for-1 as well. So that's the deck, everybody. I hope you very much enjoyed it. Till next time, y'all stay safe and stay happy. And y'all have a good one. I'll catch you in the next one.
Cabin fever and drivers all aboard. This once-bound vessel has become a floating cycle ward. We were sailing.